And we're live on stream, waiting for people to join.
Hooray!
How long is a few minutes late when it comes to our DM? Is that like 30 minutes? Or is that like 5 minutes?
Knowing him, I would think probably like 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most.
Okay. Ready to finish our Christmas session?
Yeah.
Unless we're just gonna be dumping that and moving on.
Yeah.
Kick the elf off. And then continue with what we're doing.
Just disappeared. Hello.
Hey, we have a DM.
Yeah, hi. I apologize for the wait.
No problem. Gave me a chance to go get some water. And a snack.
This has become a voice chat.
Indeed.
What was it before?
A voice chat without Flant in it.
Well, alright.
Just had an energy drink, so I shouldn't fall asleep during this.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Any energy drinks are fun.
I got these pretty good ones that are 0 sugar, but they don't taste like crap. I kicked off my keto diet again beginning of the month, so gotta stay off the sugar.
Who must have left?
Yeah, we lost our
Wasn't
DM.
me.
How dare you, Tyler? You have ruined our lives with your
Well, he's on the
Absence?
roll 20.
That's fair. I wonder who that could be.
I wonder.
I have no idea what just happened. But
So,
let me turn this down.
FYI, I don't think we'll be having Tweak join anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah, because he thinks he has missed too much and doesn't think he'll be able to make many of the sessions because of how his work is. So,
Tweak
Yeah.
instantly dies.
Yeah, I was hoping we could end up rescheduling so it wouldn't be on Friday anymore, or Fridays anymore, and then hopefully he would be able to join us. But yeah, I mean, I understand. What is this like? Which session? This our fourth?
I think so.
Tweak's
Alright.
gonna be the
Let me
sound
pull up my
protagonist.
notes. . 'Cause 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 'C Yes, this is session 4.
Okay. So yeah, we've had a lot happen, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, we can just talk about all that stuff afterward. But anyway, would anyone like to give a summary of what happened last time?
Blood.
Yes.
Lots
Lot.
and lots of blood. And I think that about summarizes it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That and Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Here's some blood. Jeez.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of this. Yeah.
Adolin, how dare you steal my job?
All right. Let me
I
get
killed more
everyone.
things with my big gun, and
That is indeed fair.
we got hired to kill Santa Claus by the Easter Bunny.
And Timothy did not like it because Santa Claus is jolly and murder.
It has been discovered that Santa Claus might not be so jolly.
It has.
The rumor come out, does Santa Claus not jolly?
So, yeah, basically, yeah, he hired you guys to go kill Santa. You guys went to, where he is, the comet of never-ending winter, and you discovered the abandoned town of Snowmida. It has been filled with these strange creatures and blood everywhere. You're right. And you went in and killed a bunch of them, and you found in the temple. Yes, you found her. You found a little teenage girl, I suppose. She told you guys she was there. She told you guys she was 15 and she was from that from that small village, and her name was Holly Berkgavist, and that she was a Christmas elf. And that's where we left off. You guys were just chilling out here.
I forgot to finish up my notes last time. So, I do recall letting her have my room. Adolin let her have his room, and then we were gonna stay in above the comet, taking a long rest before moving to the next area.
Yeah.
Adolin had to share a room with Flan.
Adolin is going
That
to
would
sleep
be chaos.
sporadically, napping on the captain's seat.
Okay, so you all take a long rest?
Yeah.
I think so.
You think so? Okay. All right, so
Long rest
yeah, we
refills
can.
both health and stamina.
Yep. So you refill all that good stuff.
Good, because I wasn't doing so great. Okay. So day 2 was we were going to go to the next where was
You're going.
Senna's workshop?
Yes, yes. You've been informed that what am I saying? You've been informed that Chris Kringle is at his workshop at the very northern part of this comet.
So,
And yeah.
in the morning, Adolin is going to go grab his bowl of Spaceos,
Mm-hmm.
and Aelin might be a little grouchy today because he slept on a chair.
Yes, very understandable.
So Aelin's
And
going to eat breakfast while trying to find more info about Kringle on this interwebs spacer net.
okay, so do you get a bowl like the same that you do every morning for
Oh,
everybody else, or just for you?
just for me this morning. Well, one for me and one for the elf.
Okay. Yeah, when you give it to her, she gladly accepts, but she kind of looks at it like she really has no idea what it is.
So
Like,
before
she
leaving, I'd
knows.
take a bite of mine and say, "It's good."
She just nods a little bit and starts to eat it on your bed. And as you walk out, Beepa turns to you and he says, "Well, where's my bowl of spacers?"
It's in the pantry. Not doing great this morning.
Damn it. And he just goes over to the closet and starts to. He tries his best to pour a bowl of Spaceos for himself, even though he doesn't have any fingers. So you just imagine how that's going. All right. Arrayus, Flant, did you guys do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna exit my room upon not having Spaceos. And if there's one thing Flant loves, it's cereal and doing dumb shit. So he leaves his room and goes to get himself some Spaceos too.
Okay, so as you walk out of your room, you see Beepo kind of fumbling with the box with his hoof paw like things, and you can see him try to just turn it into a bowl, but nothing's really coming out. Like he can't maneuver it right because he has very stubby arms.
I say, you want some help with that?
Beepo could use a lot of help with this because someone didn't get me spacers this morning like they should have. And he turns around and looks at, or just stares at Adolin.
Aelin's focused.
I help him pour himself some Spaceos, and then pour myself some Spaceos too. So now we both have Spaceos, and now we're both happy.
Yes. He kind of yeah, he nods to you and he slowly makes his way back into Adolin's room as he can't pick up the bowl. He just kind of walks, but he scoots it with his nose all the way into the room.
It's got 6 nubblies, okay? Or legs, or whatever you want to call them.
Yes, it's
I
just
just like go back to my room and eat.
Okay. So, Arrayus, you are the only one that hasn't gotten any Spaceos yet. All right.
Tweak hasn't either. Discriminating against Tweak for not being here.
Yes. Okay. Tweak and Arrayus haven't had Spaceos yet. But Arrayus, is there anything you do?
He gets on his computer, seeming to forget about breakfast.
All right. But back to you, Adolin. You do more research on Chris Kringle, but you really find the same sort of stuff, just more about the rumors of him brutally murdering his wife in cold blood. You've actually found some news articles that have made stupid puns with the phrase "cold murdering in cold blood" because he lives in the cold, and it's just really stupid.
And you're very punny. Yes.
Yeah.
Puns are bullshit.
Well, Rennie thought it was a little funny.
I
But
wonder why.
Yes.
So after Aelin finishes his Spaceos, he's going to go take the ball back and pull up his computer and. Alright, Rennie, do you have the coordinates for the workshop?
Well, yes, I do, sir.
Alright, once everyone's ready, we're headed there.
You're headed straight to the workshop.
I mean, is there anywhere else we need to go?
Well, not that I know of. I suppose it's all up to you, sir.
Then we're headed to the workshop.
All right then. And then plugs in the coordinates, and then the ship starts to move, and it turns a little bit. Then you feel it start to move, and
Adolin casually skips 70% of this mission by doing the logical thing.
Anyway.
So Aelin will inform the crew
Okay.
that we are headed to the workshop. And in his room.
Mm-hmm.
So, Holly, was it?
Yes. My name is Holly.
There anything you can tell me about this workshop of Kringle's?
Well, I've never been. That was mostly for the elite Christmas elves. They made the best gives there.
So the
We
snobs
just
live there, got it?
Yes, you could say that. We made our gifts in the village when they made more valuable gifts, as they called it, in the workshop.
Made gifts, like gifts to give each other?
No, we made gifts for Chris Kringle. He demanded that we make him gifts, and then there's one day of the year in which he would take those gifts and he would pass them out to, as he said, all the good little children on Earth.
Like Flan.
Unlike.
Okay. Yeah.
uh. Maybe lose my train of thought. Crap.
And
So,
as he stands,
he had you guys as slaves there, or did he pay you guys?
well, he it was more of an agreement that if if we made these if we made these toys to give to him, he wouldn't kill us.
Timothy
Okay,
was
so
wrong.
we
Or
can add
that's the
slave
way
owner
he
to
said
his
it.
list of wrongdoings.
Timothy was very wrong about Santa.
Well, he used he used to be nice. He used to be a lot nicer. It seems the joy from that comet has completely gone away. I mean, that's why all the other Christmas elves were like that after all.
So those things were like you?
Yes, they were just like me, actually. We were all Christmas elves. We were all happy Christmas elves at one point.
Interesting. How long has this been going on?
Well, maybe the past couple years started to change for the worse, a lot worse. He didn't used to threaten our village. Our village used to be happy. He would used to pay us, and he would even give special gifts to us, the children.
Seemed like a nice guy.
He was, but
But now we gotta put a
changed
stop to
him.
him.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. For everything he did to my village and my family.
Alright, well, we are headed for the workshop.
And
I would advise you
she
stay
kind
on
of
the ship.
looks around the room a little bit and she says, "Well, why are we moving?"
We're headed to the workshop.
Well, she looks a little tenser and a little more nervous now, and she says, like I said, I've never been in one of these things before. I've never traveled above the stars."
Well, it's nothing special. Just going from one place to the next. I'll
Is
let
it?
you know when we land.
Well, okay. And as you walk over, as you walk out, she stops you when you go to the door, and she says, "Thank you for the delicious food. Never had anything like it, but it was, I must say, one of the best things I've ever had."
Yeah, space hills are pretty good. Part of your balanced
Alright.
breakfast.
Yeah. I need to make an advertisement for Spaceos. Okay.
So, Egelin is going to go hook Rennie up so that he can actually perform the coordinates and everything.
All right. So yeah, you hook them up, and then the coordinates come up. Well, not yeah, the coordinates come up, and then the comet, and then it kind of zooms itself into the workshop, and it says you have about 30 minutes to get there. It's a very, very short distance.
Alright. He's just going to sit there and wait. Tap it on his computer.
Okay.
Going to actually make sure everything's good with the ship. From
Okay.
what he can see.
From what? Wait.
Rennie can see
what are
plugged
you
into
gonna...
the captain console.
Oh, okay. But he tells you that everything is fairly normal with the ship. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just it's kind of old, so it might not be running at the best it can with the kind of older parts it has. But
I forgot what we named. I came up with a pretty nice name
the
for this.
yeah, it was great.
Oh,
but
what? Do I have it written down? No. For some reason, I don't have my notes from session 1. Weird.
But does anyone...
The crapshoot.
Does anyone else? Yeah. Does anyone else do anything during this?
I decide that as I am alone, I'll do 25 jumping jacks.
All right. You know what? Just roll me an athletics check to see how well you do these jumping jacks. Why not?
Jumping jacks.
25 jumping jacks.
All right, these 25 jumping jacks are They're pretty average. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh, that is fantastic. Send it to the chat, Arrayus.
What? Would he just? Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Perfection. Perfection. Beauty. I love it.
Our pantry is filled with nothing but Spaceos and
It's
milk.
not even any milk.
Yeah.
Spaceos and milk, or milk equivalent.
Yeah, something similar to it. Okay. If nobody else does anything, all right. So, you guys, what am I thinking of? You guys start to make your way down to the comet, and very shortly after, you start to slowly land on the ground, and you can see in front of you this like giant building. It's like a menacing building compared to the like snowy, wintry kind of atmosphere around it.
So, is there a clear landing space? Or
Yes,
close.
there is. I mean, there are some trees around, but overall, it's pretty flat. There's just a lot of snow.
Okay. So Adolin is going to have Rennie land the ship,
Okay. So yeah,
and then inform everyone that we have landed. And then he's going to go check his ammo and his equipment.
That does remind me. I only have a few shots left in my pistol, but I do have a spare battery. If I load the battery into my laser pistol, do I keep the ammo that's still in the gun?
in your
Well, I think
current
you
battery?
would. So with the battery, probably replace. What you would do is finish up your ammo, your charges on that battery, and then put in the new battery.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have a whole lot of ammo left, either. Oh, I have to reload.
I've been using candles as ammo, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
okay. I've got the mag in my gun and an extra bullet. Okay.
Oh, I
geez.
have 5 batteries. That's a lot.
I have 4, and I haven't used any yet. Well, I've used my pistol 3 times, but that's it.
Looks
Tweak
like
was the
I'll be
one
using
with
my
the
knife a
laser
bunch.
rifle, right?
Tweak, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, but if you try to touch Tweak's stuff, he'd probably kill you.
Yeah. Just slide the battery in. He analyzes it for fingerprints, and
Yeah, he
just
has the azimuth laser rifle.
he throws it at my face.
You know the Tweak, he gets a cool feat. Basically, he can store, depending on the size, he can store things in his cheek pouches.
Yeah. Isoki can store things in their mouths.
Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah.
But they can't daze people.
Yeah.
They can't lie really well. Or have brothers who don't lie very well.
Okay, anyway.
Alright, guys. You ready to go?
And
Adolin
face to the wall.
calls across the ship.
Flint comes out of his room, steps up, or walks up and says, "Yes, Captain." aside for a race. Oh,
Yeah. Well, Beepo runs out and he runs up you, Flant, and he just stands on your shoulders and he says, "Beepo is ready to kill and eat."
Tweak doesn't do
I'm ready.
anything. He had a heart attack in his sleep.
Yeah, that's how Tweak's going out. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
He should die in a blaze of glory. He was really cool.
yeah.
Rennie, I've
So-
forgotten to ask before, but does this ship have any ability to scan what's out there?
No, sir. That is something you'd have to buy it as an extra add-on. This ship is too old to have that built in.
Of course it is.
Well, it is a pretty old, crappy ship.
Yeah,
I suppose
yeah.
that's why you named it the crapshoot.
It was worth it was worth the question.
Timothy kind of mutters under his breath. The ship is named the Crapshoot.
You
Wait,
got
what'd
a
you
better
say?
name for it?
Oh, never mind.
Actually, yeah, that name's better than any others I got.
And Aegelin glances over at Aureus.
I'm ready.
Any input? And you say you're ready, and the elf comes out. Holly, you'd better stay on the ship. It's probably gonna get even more bloody out there.
Yes, I was about to warn you that just to be careful. Chris Kringle, he has not only what am I thinking? He has
Dang it.
he has not only turned Christmas elves in there, but he also has these creatures.
Creatures? What creatures?
Well, they're creatures native to native to this comet. They were the only ones inhabiting it for a very long time. They go by, well, we all just call them Yetis.
Yetis.
Yes, they're giant, white, humanoid, furry creatures that can easily tear your head off in one swipe.
Well, they sound delightful.
Beepo kind of perks his head up and he says, Beepo thinks that you're describing me. And he just kind of looks at everyone, just smiling a little.
Rennie, can you pull up any pictures of these Yeti things?
This better be the Bumble from Rudolph.
The
And then I just imagine it pulling up a picture of the Yeti coffee.
Yeah. Well,
The Yeti microphone.
let me check, sir. And then you just hear, you just see 3 dots on the screen, and a few seconds later, hold on. A few seconds later, you see a picture show up on the screen on your arm, and it's basically what she described, just giant. It has like all white fur.
Would the Yeti from Monsters Inc. be a good description? Or good visual?
Well, let me
Without being peaceful?
Yeah, hold on a minute. Because I'm too lazy to make it a handout, I'm just gonna here. So this is what they would look like. This is what you see.
Alright.
There.
Tall, big, and uglies are second priority. They look like they'll be tough to take down. We should probably try to avoid these.
Holly just looks up at you, Adolin, and says, I want to come with you.
Holly, have you ever used a gun?
Well, no, but
Have you ever used a knife?
Well, I was just getting to that, and she pulls out her knife, and she kind of messes around with it in her hand, and she says, I consider myself pretty good at wielding this blade.
Have you tried stabbing other living things with that knife?
Flint flinches a little.
Well, when the Jolly was around on the comet, no, I would never dream of doing that, but ever since it started to get worse, I've started training in the ways of this little knife, I suppose. And yes, I've had some experience with stabbing. And she kind of looks down at the ground.
Well then, sounds like you can sort of handle yourself. I can't force you to stay on the ship, although that's my advice. And
She looks back up
Egelin's
at you
going
and
to
she...
start walking down.
Okay. Yeah, she looks over at you and she says, this is revenge for what that monster did to my village and my family, my parents, all of my siblings, and my best friend, my little puppy.
That's sad.
Well, just try to stay close to Aureus over there. He's generally not in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And she looks over to you, Aureus, and she kind of looks you up and down, and then she turns back to Adolin and says, But I want to be up in the front.
Flant says, don't worry, Captain. I can keep her safe.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys all leave, Adolin and Plant and Aureus, you all realize that Tweak isn't there with you.
He had a heart attack.
He hasn't come out of his room since yesterday. Just saying.
As we're about to leave, I realize that and I say, actually, let me go check up on Tweak first. Is it alright with you two? 2, 3, 4?
Egelin's already off the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just kind of passes through Adolin's room. Definitely not looking to see if there's something lying out in the open. And he pokes his head into Tweak's room.
As you walk over, you try to, it's a, same door as over here. It's a motion kind of thing. But as you walk over to it, it doesn't open.
I knock and I say, hello, we're about to go out on a mission here.
You just kind of hear some grumbling. Grumbling in Tweak's voice. And then you hear a loud, geez, I don't want to do his voice, so, because I don't know
remember
what that
what
would
his
be.
voice sounds like.
We've never heard his voice. But anyway, you hear in his voice Tweak say,
Do a deep, manly, sexy voice.
I can't do that accent.
Just be Flan.
Okay, so you hear in this voice, Plant, you kind of, as you're from Earth, you kind of, it vaguely sounds similar to an accent of like a Russian person, vaguely.
Plant is
And
cultured.
yeah, sort of. So you hear him shout, "Go away! I'm working on something. It's extraordinary."
All right. I just kind of shrug, and then go back up, and then leave the ship.
Okay. So you all leave the ship, and you guys walk for a little bit, and then you make it here to the very front of the building, which is this thing. But as you walk up to the building, you start to see a fence, and you all recognize it as a stable. And Flant, you're the only one that recognizes them as the
Reindeer.
reindeer told in the stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. That better not be Rudolph. As I see him, I look over and I point at them and I say, "Hey, look, it's the reindeer."
Reindeer.
Oh, you don't know those either? They take Santa's sleigh around Earth. They fly him in the skies so that he can get to all the houses easier. They're all kind of crowded around something. Well, can I say that they're crowded around something? Something terrible?
Yeah, you can kind of see that they're all starting to crowd around something. You just can't really see what it is.
Okay. I continue. Looks like they're crowded around something. Reckon we should check it out, Captain?
We should probably get a closer look at least.
No, come on. Don't use that tone. They don't buy it. It occurs
From
to
what
me...
we've seen in the village, I would imagine they probably
Yeah.
bite.
Yeah, I kind
Hard.
of realized how stupid that was. And Flanton draws his laser pistol as they approach.
Okay. So
I feel so superior because I know everything here.
you do. So yeah, you guys can move up to where you move.
Oops.
From here, can we see better? Is this all like flat land? Is it trees? What is it?
There are no trees. It's very flat around here, but there's a lot of snow around. Just there's a lot of snow like out in this area, but in the stable area there's a lot less snow.
Let me zoom in closer so I can actually see the grid. Are we able to see what they are gathered around?
Not you cannot. I mean, you can tell that whatever it is, it's kind of a little bit like it's on the ground, so you know it'd be like kind of mixed in with the snow.
Okay. What do these things look like?
These things, from what you can see, from the back, they have brown fur, very large antlers, 2 long ears. They have 4 long legs. They're about maybe mean, they're definitely, you don't really know the exact measurements of them, but you can tell that they're pretty hefty.
And I can't see the front of any of them.
No, you cannot. Not clearly.
Okay. Those things kind of remind me of Scuttles back home.
Remind you of what now?
Scuttles. You know.
Does he know?
Guttles.
Yeah, you go and you can kill them and get the meat off them, cook and eat them, make some awesome steaks.
Man, they're kind of like your space cows.
Don't know what a cow is, but I know what a scuttle is.
And
Yeah.
I think we can agree to just know what our own things are.
I don't think we should get too much closer to these things.
Whatever they're all gathered around will, at the very least, I haven't seen anything on Earth ever gather around something that wasn't noteworthy.
And something I forgot to mention, I apologize. As you guys get closer, you kind of hear the sounds of intense groaning of an animal or multiple animals, and then you also hear this kind of slimy chewing sound.
What the actual hell, Tyler? You've ruined the holiday spirit.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Sounds like they're munching on something. And from what we saw in the village, it's not going to be a good thing. And Adolin is going to start walking very far and around.
Okay. And so, Flamp, you see. Let me ask you this: how much does Flant celebrate Christmas?
Dude, Flant was all for Christmas. He always got Christmas gifts every year from Santa.
Okay. So you're pretty like you would be pretty knowledgeable about like everything about Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. So you look and you see 8 reindeer, but you know that in all the songs and in all the stories and everything, you know there are 9.
Flant takes a few steps closer, trying to see what they're all gathered around.
Okay. I mean, you get closer, it doesn't really change anything. I mean, the reindeer get a little clearer, but you can't really see what they're gathered around. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna get a little closer.
Okay. So
Try not to make any noise or anything, though. Just,
Okay.
you know.
So roll. This.
Stealth?
Yeah. I keep trying to call it sneak for some reason, and I have no idea why.
That's pretty respectable.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to avoid you're able to sneak by quietly and avoid making too much noise in the snow. and as you get up closer, you can see that there's you can see the fencing around here. It's it looks pretty worn out and old. Some of it's kind of broken actually. And the noises that you heard before, the groaning of the reindeer and the chewing, the squishy chewing noise, it gets louder to you.
And I still can't see what they're all gathered around.
You can start to see a little bit. You can see, you can see what almost looks like another one of those things, another reindeer. You can kind of see. You can't really see the whole thing. You can just kind of see its head, and you can tell that it's. I mean, it's pretty frozen and dead.
Just take a second, look at this. Okay.
But what you do see about this is, it's kind of staring off into like your direction. But what you do notice about this is its nose is very red.
Okay. Chewing noises. One reindeer is missing. Its nose, the reindeer on the ground has a red nose. This is the stable where Santa would keep the reindeers that pilot his sleigh. I slowly back away.
And as you kind of look at all that, you do notice, as the reindeer, especially like these ones over here, as they move and move their heads closer and to the thing on the ground, you do notice there's something dangling around their necks, something shiny on each of them.
I'm not going. This is one thing, one situation the Flants really don't need to mess with. I just kind of slowly walk over to Adolin, still like backpedal to him, keeping my eyes on the reindeer, and I say, Captain, we should really walk around.
My idea exactly.
And you guys see Holly just staring at that whole scene in horror.
You have no idea how much I want to throw a frag grenade into the midst of them right now.
I forgot to make one on the ship.
This is what you guys get for killing Rudolph.
Anyway,
I don't have my frag grenade this time. I'm sad.
Flant, when you walk back, Holly, she turns to Adolin and Flant. She turns to both of you and she says, Those are for Santa's reindeer.
Yeah, that's what Flant said.
This is absolutely terrible what they're doing to poor little Rudolph.
Yeah, but we're gonna kill the guy who did this. So don't you worry. You'll get your revenge.
She nods.
And Adolin continues forward.
Okay. Flant, you're just doing it one at a time.
Flant is very disturbed.
Arias, are you going behind Flant?
Yeah.
Like right behind? Okay, there we go.
Alright, single file line.
Let's go.
Adolin's the line leader. I'll be the door holder. And if anyone cuts, then they get detention.
Wait, isn't the line leader the door holder? Because they're in front.
That's not how we did it when I was like in kindergarten. The first person was the line leader, and the second person was the door holder.
Oh, okay.
I never got to be the line leader.
Well, at least we're bringing some happy memories to this.
To Evil Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so heading straight to the door. Are we able to get in?
So, you guys can see, let me...
Or right to the building anyways.
Yeah. You guys walk up to this building. You see there's just this giant door. Right, that was a really bad line. But you see this giant door.
Rocked.
It's like right there. And it looks like a pretty old-fashioned. It's metal. And it's like a giant bulky door.
Adolin goes in before Tyler can even finish describing it.
Yeah, if you can't describe it, that means I can go in. Anyway, yeah, you walk up to this door. It's like a giant metal door. It's about 10 by 10 feet. It's pretty bulky. And as you try to open it, it's locked. You can't get in.
Huh. Anyone see a way around?
Timothy is just kind of too focused on the fact that they're eating Rudolph to really look. Just trying not to die inside.
Man, oh man, how I wish I had my grenade.
Yeah.
Aelin is going to try harder to pull this door open.
Flint sees that he's trying to pull the door open, and he says, I can try and get the lock for you.
Yeah, why don't you give it a shot?
Flint approaches the door and attempts to use his... Wait. He can't actually pick locks. I forgot he doesn't have any tools. I was thinking of the wrong Flint.
Oh, do you play other Flants?
Yes. There are many Flants. Like Timothy. And the other Flant. And Flantaclaus.
Flant's just your thing, huh?
Yeah.
DM's computer is messing up. According to Discord. Windows updates, yay!
Yay!
Gotta love those. Automatic updates that they don't let you not do.
My one only does that when you hit shut down or restart, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, mine, it's set to restart. Or when it, yeah, shut down or restart. And there's going to be a very important update coming out pretty soon, if it's not already out, that everyone should get, so.
Hola. Dim.
Hello.
iPap.
Tap the eye. You're gonna poke your eye out if you do that.
Did I miss anything when I just randomly restarted?
I tried to pick the lock, but I forgot that I'm not Thomas. He just kind of looks at the lock, and then he reaches in his pocket and says, "Wait. No. I must have forgotten my tools. Sorry." And he steps back.
Well, alright. Can I pick the lock with my knife?
Well, you guys look at this door. I'm gonna try my best from my memory. You guys look at this door, and you see it is an old-fashioned metal door, but there isn't like an actual like lock with like a key thing. You do notice there's this small circle. Maybe it's about like 1 by 1 feet. It's at the very top of the door, and you all know that that's like a camera.
Aeglin looks up at the camera. Knock, knock. You mind letting us in?
There's no, like, you don't hear anything. Well, except for the reindeer munching on the thing over there.
Aeglin's going to walk around this building. Or start walking around this building.
Yeah, keep in mind, it's like a giant, menacing, like, dark black, like, skyscraper type thing. It's, like, really wide and really tall. But, yeah. Which direction?
Let's go to the right.
Okay. So, yeah, so you start walking to the right. You just see, same, just black, like, metal. It's like metal wall. And then you get to the edge, and you see down the other face of the building is just the same. Or you see down some of it, that's the same.
And Aeglin just sighs. Walks back. Anybody got any ideas on how to get in this place?
Flant does a thunk.
On the door?
No, he just does a thunk. Just like, you know, when you're considering something, trying to figure out a solution, a thunk. Thonking about a math problem.
Okay. Is English your first language?
You too.
You too.
Flant, did you see anything on those, what'd you call them, reindeer?
Well, there's something shiny hanging around their necks, but I don't want to get that close to him.
Well, looks like they may be our only ticket in. Unless we can blast this door with our ship.
Adolin, that is probably the best idea I've heard all day.
Oh, damn it.
Timothy Flint has a bit of a fanatic, you see.
That is great. Should have thought of that possibility, but no.
I mean, can we shoot this door with our ship?
Just blow the
You
entire
can
front wall of
definitely
it off.
try.
Kill Santa with one laser.
That would make our jobs very easy.
He's just standing like right there. The door just crushes him. Just yeah, you win. The end. Yeah, you could definitely try.
All right. Eglin is going to start walking back to the ship, away from the reindeer.
And as you walk away from the group, Holly looks up at you and says, "Where are you going?"
I'd advise you get away from the door. I'm gonna shoot it with the
Why?
ship.
She just kind of stares at you and says, "Well, that's actually a really good idea." And she starts following you.
Does anyone else follow me, or are they just gonna stand at the?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow our compadre, Adolin.
Mr. Big Guns.
Yeah.
So, does this ship have, like, do we have to, like, launch and rotate or whatever? Hover, rotate to shoot this thing, or a rotatable gun, or what?
You, oh jeez. I have it on the Roll20. I don't know if you guys can access it. Is there? It has like the ship, the almost like the character sheet, I suppose.
Oh,
Of
hey,
the
there we
ship.
go.
Yeah,
And you changed the name.
I did. It's basically become official.
No, I named it Crap Shoot, and you changed it to Crap Shoot.
Oh, I spelled it the wrong. Yeah, I guess English isn't my first language either.
No,
Told you.
I just spelled it funny.
Oh.
Small. Let's see. Actually, have not looked at this before.
Alright, I got my computer back up. I'm opening Discord. And Roll20.
Okay, let's see. Weapons away.
Tyler
Weapons array 31 to 60.
revives and instantly dies.
You do what?
Tyler revives and then he instantly dies.
Yeah.
Does this thing even have any weapons? Light laser cannon. Okay. Do we have to keep track of ammo for a ship?
It's so for your ship it doesn't have ammo. It has like
I always
it
forget to
has
silence my phone.
the batteries. But they're like batteries and they last for a very long time. So far you haven't needed to count it yet.
We haven't
So you don't
fired
have to worry.
anything.
Actually, we fired 2 shots. Thanks, Flant.
Basically,
That's
each one of
right.
these like industrial-sized batteries They can do about a very expensive. Keep in mind.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hold on a second. My grandma's trying to call me.
Damn it, Sibo.
Okay. So, Aelin is going to get into the.
Our DM died.
Do you have to? Oh, he died again. Okay. I was distracted. While he's away, I'm going to call my grandma
Do 25 jumping jacks.
back. Oh, he's back.
Oh hey, I'm back on the Discord. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So let's go into this. Oh yeah, here's that creepy Christmas music again. Fun.
Yep, it's been playing this whole time. Okay, so Aelin is going to pilot the ship and plug Rennie in
Yeah.
and
Gabe is spending all.
rotate the ship so that it's pointing at the door.
Okay, let me check something. Oh, it's right here, of course. Yeah, okay. So you turn it so the front's facing it?
Yes, because we have forward light laser cannon.
Alright, yes. Okay. So, yeah, you turn it. So, I'll describe it from you guys that the ground can see. You
Just
guys
to make
can
sure,
see
nobody's
this-
standing at that door, are they?
There's. Yeah, let's move. So yeah, she went with you. Beepo, he's kind of there, sniffing at the door. You see him like take a bite or two at it, trying to open it as best as he can. You did
Plant.
notice that when you were going over your plan of blasting the door open, he never really like reacted to it like at all. So you come to the conclusion that he wasn't truly paying attention.
Flant shouts, "Hey, Beepo, we're gonna blast the door open. Get over here."
His ears perk up, and he says, "What the fuck are you talking about? Blast the door open."
Timothy points at the big ship.
That is
That
rotating
has-
to the door.
Yeah, that has
he,
pew pew lasers.
he looks up and he sees this giant ship just like right in front of him with the cannons kind of out, just pointing at the door. Adolin, you see his face. It looks so. He looks so scared. And yeah, he runs over here behind Plant.
When Beepo is out of the way, Aelin's going to fire.
Okay. Roll 2d4.
It was kind of crap that my gun does more damage in our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it goes down in this giant. So you guys see the from the outside, you guys see the gun kind of point at the door, and then this large blast of energy, like laser sort of thing, just hits, like slams into the door, and it creates like a giant dent right into the front of it. And as you do that, you see all the reindeer from over here, like look over at you guys over here. But yeah, Adolin, you're looking at the door. There's like a giant dent in the middle of it, and it looks damaged, but it's not open yet.
Can I fire again, or are we going into combat?
There's no combat yet. From you guys at down there, you guys see these reindeer. I suppose I should turn them. You guys see them. They just stare at you guys, and you can see there throughout, like through all the snow, you guys can see their like blood red eyes, similar to the ones of the things that you fought at the village before. But yeah. Anything you guys on the ground do? Besides drawing?
I'm gonna draw the big ol' shooty.
Alright, I got this. Just tell me what you're gonna do.
It's gonna be a ship with a big ol' shooty coming out of it. That is a circle.
No. It's the ship.
Oh, that is fair.
I
Natural 20 to deception.
I figured the ship would still be way back there.
Yeah. Yeah, the ship would be back. Just drawing that. just to
Nobody on the
show.
ground is doing anything. Aelin's gonna shoot again.
Okay. Roll that again. Ooh.
Nice shot.
Okay. Alright, so you hit it, and it becomes dented inward even more, and it looks like the on the edges of this metal door, it looks like it's being like really like pushed. Like the middle is being pushed in, but it looks like the metal on the edges are starting to become worn out.
Oh, come on now. This thing ain't down yet.
Rennie, Rennie says, "You know, sir, this door looks pretty formidable, and we do have kind of a crappy gun on this thing."
Yeah, but I'm almost out of ammo with my gun, so we're using this.
Whatever you say, sir.
Fire
And-
again.
All right. And yeah, roll that. Okay, so you hit it one more time, and it goes inward even more, but it's still hanging on. There aren't any openings yet. They just become giant dents in the middle of the door.
What the hell did they make that door out of?
And you guys, the bottom, you guys start to see the reindeer. They start coming up, like they start centering like their attention to you all.
Flant says, Captain, can I throw a grenade at them?
Captain is not with you.
Oh. He's up in the ship?
Yes.
Hey, Captain!
Okay. I thought he was like remote controlling it.
No, we don't have that capability.
Yet.
You didn't yet.
We're gonna use our Lashunta telepathy.
Yep. Each
Actually,
of us
that
controls
does
half the
remind me.
ship.
Yeah.
Flant taps Reyes on the shoulder and he says, see those reindeer getting kind of close to us, you know?
What about it?
Could you ask the captain if I can, like, throw a grenade at them so that they don't come any closer and eat us?
I don't have anything that would get that far.
Worth a shot. Flant looks down at his pockets and he looks up at the reindeer and he says, well, do you think the captain would particularly mind if I threw a grenade at the reindeer that are definitely going to try and eat us soon?
Double check the range on
I
those
don't
grenades,
know.
by the way.
Yeah.
Does Egelin see what the deer are doing? Or is it whatever camera or whatever is
Well,
focused?
how far away would your ship be?
Wherever we landed?
Okay.
Like right outside here?
So, Rennie would have the capability of being able to zoom into certain spots with on the hologram. But right now you'd be at the weapons station, you know, the one Beepo's always at. So you couldn't, I guess if you peered your head to the left, you could see you could see the hologram. But that's kind of a long shot.
Okay. Then I assume Randy's just reporting that the door is still not down.
Yeah.
Let's try again, Rennie. I'm sure it'll work this time.
I'm sure one more time will do the trick, sir.
Huh.
Alright, so
What would I actually? I haven't been adding any bonuses to that. I don't know what bonus I would add to that. So, for ship gun damage, if any.
it would be no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, you shoot one more time and the door just blasts open. Not open. It just like not open. It just one more dent goes into it, and then the door comes off of its hinges and it just slides into the room.
Do we get it?
Oh, it appears so, sir. You
About
have
damn
successfully taken
time.
down the door.
Alright, let's get this thing landed so we can get in there.
He conveniently
sir.
lands it on the reindeer.
So, does the pilot seat have the ability to see anything up front?
The pilot seat. You mean the one next to the hologram?
Yeah, I would imagine the pilot seat could see where it's going.
Yeah. Yeah, you see where you can go, or everything in front of it, but yeah, you also have the giant hologram.
Yeah, but
So
I don't. Can you pilot the ship from the captain's chair?
from the captain. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the ship map for reference. Okay, so the pilot's chair, the one you're talking about, is the one at the very front with the hologram. Is that the one that you're talking about?
That's the captain's seat, right?
Yes, that would be the captain's seat. The pilot seat would be, you know, in the back with the the FaceTime sort of thing. I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
can
would be the
the ship also be
captain's.
piloted from the captain's seat, or does it have to be piloted from back there?
It would be piloted just from the pilot seat.
We need a better ship.
Yeah, yeah, this is an old model. But yeah.
Let's hijack the Playboy ship,
Yes, just take it over.
which Flant can probably, totally, definitely do. Yes.
That's our reward for killing Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
So-
think his sheer coolness would kill you, Clint.
Damn.
I mean,
What were we gonna say, Adel?
his name is. Let's see, what was it? Mr. Cool Guy B.
Yes. So, you know, I think your coolness, you're like a rookie cool guy, Flant, compared to this, compared to the Easter Bunny.
I can get out cooled. But at level 20, I'll be like
You'll come back to
1% cooler than him. I'll just take out my gun. We'll have a cool off, and I'll be like, "That's how you do it." Blow up the ship and walk away from it in space with sunglasses on.
Yeah, you walk in space.
Yes.
Okay, so from the pilot seat, can Aegelin see what's going on with those evil reindeer?
Yeah, from the pilot seat, you can see that the reindeer are. You can see that they're eyeing your group.
Well, shoot.
Land the ship on them.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can give him a warning shot. And Aelin is going to go back to the gun, aim where he thinks he should aim for. No, aim in right in front of the deer.
Like literally, like right in front of them.
Yep.
Okay. Like, how many feet would you say would be? Probably about 5 feet in front of them.
Yep.
All right. I want you to roll that just to see what, just to see what you get.
Rocked.
Rip.
All right.
Rolling two
So you
ones.
take-
Nice.
And you shoot, yeah, right there. And yeah, this giant laser energy blast hits the ground there. Though it doesn't do exactly what you expected. You'd think it would scare the reindeer a lot more than it did, but really when you just shot it, it hit there and it just blew a little snow under their faces, and they don't look as pleased as before.
Oh, they looked pleased before.
As pleased as an angry reindeer can look.
Rainy, how was that?
How was what, sir?
I mean, them reindeer.
Well, what about them, sir?
They still gonna attack the crew or what?
Well, I don't know. I'm not inside of the reindeer's head now, am I?
Aegelin is going to walk back to somewhere he can see the reindeer from.
Okay. So,
That's a lot of feet.
can somebody, yeah, 60 feet from the front. Thanks.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
What is the explosion radius on my kablooey?
1 billion feet, but it only hurts enemies.
Good.
So, yeah, they all start to, they all trot over, like trot. So it'd be like a kind of a faster walk sort of thing. And they all come over, rather quickly to your group. And they're just eyeing you all, especially the little girl.
Flant steps up here, and he takes out his grenade, and he says, "I ain't
No,
doing
not the
this
little
today."
girl. Why would I say that? Because you guys are over there. Let me move you two over here. Okay, you guys are over here. That's the ship. So the little girl's not over
Yeah, that's.
there. So yeah, instead of little girl, they're eyeing just you three.
I'm standing there with a grenade and a pistol in each hand. Just, I'm ready to fuck some deer shit up.
Okay.
Aelin sees the deer walking towards the group. Well, shit. Uh. Rainy, how much damage you think this ship would take from landing on those things?
It's just silent for a little bit, and it says, "Are you sure that's a wise decision, sir?"
Flant is right there, you know.
Just run those calculations for me, will you?
Yeah, make a wisdom save. All right. So
I
few
mean, I know
seconds
they deal pretty
later,
good damage to cars. Deer do, anyways.
a few seconds later, you hear Rennie say, "Well, sir, the antlers on those things look pretty sharp, but I'm not exactly sure if they can puncture through our ship, but there is a chance that it will. Depending on how you hit them, sir, it may do a good bit of damage to the ship."
Whatever they do, I can just fix the ship.
Does Timothy Flant have a chance to throw his grenade yet?
Yeah.
We're gonna run him over and blow him up just to be sure.
You guys are seeing the
Yeah.
ship move towards you.
Yeah, so you guys see the ship slowly moving towards you.
How big is the ship on this map, by the way?
Uh,
Is it like 60 feet long? Is it like
it
100?
would. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that's just the ship. That circle.
Yes, clearly.
It would be. Yeah. Give me a minute. It would be 100 feet long. And that's not counting the. Suppose I should count the. It's about 10 feet long. So the whole ship is 100 feet long. The boosters on the back are about 10 feet long.
And 60 feet wide or so?
It's it's about 40 feet wide.
Okay. So let me see there.
So that's 100 right there. And then 40 feet, yeah, it'd be like that. So yeah, it'd be
That's a big
like
ol'
that.
shippy doo.
Ship is landing there on the reindeer.
Okay. Jesus.
Hooray for having a ship.
Okay, so you guys suddenly, as the ship moves over, it kind of rather quickly comes down, and it quickly comes down onto onto the reindeer, and you guys watch in horror as they're completely crushed by the ship. And Flant, you see right before this happens, this deer right here. Yeah, the first one. You see its head, it kind of, as it goes down, it kind of just, its body gets crushed, but its head kind of stays there. So, okay, what I'm saying is, it's like staring at you while this is happening. And then, with the pressure from its head kind of sticking out from the rest of its body, it slowly comes down on its head, and the eyeball pops out and lands right by your feet. Like, it's literally, like, just staring up at you from the ground.
I look down on it, look at it for a good 10 seconds, and then crush it with my foot.
and, and Adolin, you hear just a lot of you hear some crunching noise from under the ship, but you also hear some kind of like tearing of metal too.
I hope that ain't too bad.
Well, sir, it's you've got a mission at hand, sir. I think it's better to deal with that first. Then we can deal with this later.
So Egel is gonna just extend the landing gear and walk out.
Okay, so you walk out.
Timothy puts the grenade back in his pocket. That was...
Well, that problem
I have
solved.
no idea what the hell just happened.
Doors open. These so-called reindeer are dealt with. Let's get inside.
And you just see Beepo just staring at the ship, just with his mouth open. And he just says, "What the fuck?" I mean, I suppose it worked, but Jesus, you could have... I didn't want to see that.
Whatever gets the job done.
Well, alright.
Egelin is going to walk into the building.
Yeah, we're just...
Yeah, Timothy's seen enough shit for one day. Just gonna follow him.
Oh, has he? He better get back on the ship then.
Yes, you guys walk over. But as you walk over, you kind of notice Holly. She kind of goes away from the door and she walks over to the stable.
I'll follow her. And Flamp follows her.
Egelin's going to be checking inside the building. From the outside, waiting for the two.
Okay. So, when you go in there, it's... Okay, hold on, we'll do you guys first over by the stable, because it'll make it easier.
Then we make out over the... No. We make out
She's
over the
15.
reindeer corpse.
No, she's 15.
That didn't stop Finnick.
This feels like Antrix all over again. But anyway, she's just kind of looking down at the tiny reindeer with the red nose, and she looks back up at you, at Flant, and she says, it's a terrible sight, isn't it?
Well, really is.
That bastard's gonna pay for what he's doing to these innocent animals.
I'll make sure of it.
And then you see her look down at Rudolph again, and a few seconds later, she extends her arm, pointing at something around his neck, and he says, or she says,
"It's a trap."
No, okay.
That's okay.
Shut up. No. No. So anyway, yeah, she points to the thing you guys can clearly see something around his neck. She points to it. She points to the part that's like it looks like a metal, like a little metal piece, and she points to it and she says, "What do you think that is?"
Oh, it's only the
Oh.
key to the door. You know.
I take a few steps towards the reindeer corpse, and I kneel down and I investigate the thing around Rudolph's neck.
Okay. Okay. So, as you get closer to this thing, you see it's got a ton of bite marks, and I'm sorry, Rudolph.
I
It's
don't
got a
think you
ton
need to describe in detail what this thing looks
of.
like.
Please,
I'm not. I'm just
for our
saying
sake.
it's got some bite marks. It's got obvious frostbite.
It's got blood all over it. Its guts are ripped out.
No. But you can tell it's been eaten out of, and it looks like it. It just doesn't look good.
I try not to look at the wounds.
Okay. And as you go down, do you grab the metal thing, the collar?
I pick up the little tag and hold it up a little, but I don't take it off.
Okay. So you pick up that tag, you see it. I'm assuming you look at both sides?
Yeah.
Alright. The first side you see, it says Rudolph on it. And you flip it over, and you see it has this little, like, code. It has a code on the back. And as you move around... yeah, exactly. But as you move it around a little bit, you start kind of yanking the collar on Rudolph's neck, and suddenly you see its eyes kind of weakly look over to you, and you can see it kind of, from what you saw was silent, what you saw was unmoving. It starts slightly breathing a little bit, and then the blood in it starts gushing out.
Oh, Jesus.
Really, twist that knife, why don't you?
Yeah. Oh no.
I just
Alright.
kind of stare at him, horrified.
And it just it slightly like moves its head up to look at you. You can tell it's pretty badly hurt, like it's in pain, and it's taking these short breaths and blood's gushing out, and you can hear it just make these like really uncomfortable and kind of heartbreaking noises for an animal.
I look at Holly, and I say, could you get a raise?
She looks down at what's going on, and she kind of turns away, and you can hear her kind of cry a little bit as she makes her way up here. And Erase, you're approached by a crying Holly. She kind of she has her she's just looking down at the ground. She's crying, and you can see some of the tears kind of fall down from her face and hit the snow. She doesn't say anything. She just takes her arm and points over to Flant in that direction. Erase, you go over there too? Or you
Indeed.
go over there? Okay. So Beepo followed you.
Flant says, Arias, what can you do for him?
I suppose I can try healing him.
Please.
Okay. Just before that, Adolin, do you go over?
Nope. Aelin's keeping an eye inside the building, making sure
Okay.
nothing's coming out.
Okay. Guess I should describe what you see in there then before
I'll
we go
just
any further.
do the outside first. We get the inside later.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, there it all loads. I was worried that wasn't loading. But anyway. So Arias, you take and you put your hand on the wounded reindeer and you cast Mystic Cure on it.
Yep.
Okay. And you see its wounds they start to close up and it looks like it's starting to feel less pain. But then suddenly Flant, are you still holding the collar?
Yeah.
Okay. Suddenly you feel this slight kind of just jolt of like it's harmless like this jolt, like this electric sensation,
Static
bad
shock.
sensation. Yeah, there's this electric shock coming from the collar when Arias casts Mystic Cure on this thing. And then as you see the wounds start to come over, Plant, you feel that, and then everything kind of goes back to the way it was. But you can
Raises.
tell you can tell that the the reindeer looks like it's in even more pain now. That it felt the electric shock on its collar too. But it looks like it felt something like it like moans out in pain. Like Flant, it didn't feel that bad to you at all.
This is brutal.
Erase is gonna use stabilize.
Okay.
Before he
So-
does that, I want to try and take off the collar.
You okay? So you try to take off the collar. You take off the collar.
And I set it on the snow next to me,
Okay.
in front of Beepo. And I say, Beepo, don't touch it.
Beepo just kind of sniffs a little bit and then just goes back to watching this whole scene. Okay, so they take the collar off, and you put your hand on it, and you cast stabilize, and it's okay. So yeah, you do that, and you can tell it looks like none of its wounds have went away or anything, but you can tell it's how do I describe it? You can tell that
It's not dying.
yeah, in short, I suppose. You can just see that well, Oraze, you know that it's not dying, but Flant, you can see that it's its breathing has come a little calmer now.
Um, I look at Arias and I say, thanks. I'll see what I can do for him. Could you go get the captain, see if he'll let me try and keep this thing on the ship, maybe?
I can actually try and keep getting it decent. If you can go get him. Can't use too much more magic, but
Wait. Never mind. You. Alright. You do that. I'll go get him. Flant scoops up the collar and stands up, and That was a walk.
So you get up, or yeah, you kind of stand up a little more and you walk back over.
And I approach Adolin, holding the collar in one hand, and I say, Aureus, he was able to stop the one they were eating from bleeding out.
You
Is it
mean that
alright
thing
if-
was still alive?
Yep.
Arias is gonna pull out his med kit and attempt to treat the wounds.
Bark, bark!
You have a med kit?
Yeah, it's a basic med kit. It's a
Blue doggy.
DC 25 medicine check to treat deadly wounds.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you can go ahead and roll that.
Hey,
Hey, nice!
Wow, okay. So yeah, you so wait, what's the description? You treat the wounds, does it oh geez.
Just wanted to show that the ship was there and not
Yeah.
hollow.
So you treat the wounds. Okay. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you jeez. You alright. So you take your yes, thank you for pointing out that was the ship. You take your med kit out, and you patch this thing up the best you can, and you do it extremely well. You can tell it's in better shape, not as much pain. You've helped it a lot from before, but when you do this, it's still kind of laying there even afterward. You can Arias, when you did this, you could tell that its back legs are severely broken. You know, amidst everything else that's wrong with it.
Yeah. I don't think there's much else I can do right now.
Beepo, after this, he just watches this encounter and then he just kind of sulks away back over here. Like he's obviously bummed out by this whole thing.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
The Easter Bunny.
Okay. Timothy says we were able to bring him back from the brink of death. Is it all right if we keep him on the ship? See if he's passive. He looks pretty cold.
Now, why'd you bring it back from the brink of death? Something in that much pain, better to put it out of its misery.
This'll okay. Anyway, continue. But Arias, yeah, you can tell it's in not as much pain, but it's still in a lot of pain.
I've managed to patch it up as best I can without any more magic than I've already used.
That's the best you can do. Let's continue with this mission. As Aelin takes a step inside.
Okay. What does everyone else?
I follow him. I'm gonna kick Santa's ass for sticking them on Rudy Roo.
All right, so you all go in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. hold on. Let me go here. Just checking one last thing. Okay.
It is now Supreme Ship. Alright, here we go.
So you guys walk in.
Shoot it!
Okay. You guys walk into this place. It's there are lights from the top, so you guys can see all of it. You guys walk in and you see some of those turned Christmas elves. They're all kind of at the factory, kind of messing around with different parts. They all kind of look up at you coming in, and you can tell that they've been they're not they look wounded, but it looks like lashing wounds. Something from like a belt or a whip or something. They're just all over its faces.
Can we see the same on the big guys in the back?
Yeah, so you see the big guys, they kind of glance over to you all coming in. You recognize those as the Yetis.
Oh, of
And
course, those things are in here.
you see them with their giant claws just scooping up coal from these piles and putting them into these heater things, which are connected to the chimneys.
So,
yeah, you
Adelin's
can tell that
going.
they've been lashed quite a lot.
Adelin's going to mosey on in, point at the closest thing he can see, and say, "Where's Kringle? We got business with that guy."
This one looked up. This one right here, it looks over at you, Adolin. Yes, thank you. It looks over at you, Adolin, and it, you just see, it's been lashed and everything, and you can see it kind of fiddling with the parts on the what do you call it, the factory assembly lines. Yeah, on its assembly line, it's like nervously like twiddling with some of the parts, and then it goes back down to it and starts doing what it was doing before.
Adelin's still pointing at that guy. You, point in the direction of Kringle.
It looks up at you, kind of nervously, and it takes its claws and it kind of points them at you, kind of like in an you get the intention that he's almost threatening you in a way, because he kind of points his claws out at you and he just kind
Points
of
his claws
swipes them in the
threatening
air a
at
little
me.
bit. Yeah.
Well, looks like you want to do this the hard way.
I step up besides Adolin and I say, Adolin, this might not be the best idea. I think I have a better plan than trying to intimidate them.
Well, then go ahead before I start shooting.
Flint looks at them all. He looks at this one, and then this one, etc., and he says, "We're here to take out the man that's treated you so poorly. We're here to kill Santa Claus. We'll save you from his lashings. We'll save you from his wrath. You don't have to fight alongside us, but all you need to do is tell us what we need to know, and we can save all of you."
And you said you were doing that to intimidate?
No, I'm doing it.
Persuasion.
I told
Oh, did I hear
Adolin
that?
not to intimidate them.
Oh, okay. Okay. So these things, they specifically this one and this one, they completely drop the parts on their table and they turn to you, Flant. And first of all, this one walks up to about here. This one gets on the table and they start kind of clawing the air in front of you, just looking at you, Flant.
And if you won't tell us, then I suppose we will have to fight. If you don't stop us, we'll leave you alone. We're only here for one man's head, and that's the man who keeps you all like this.
And Eglin is actually going to start pulling out a strap from his belt and strap his gun to his back. And pull out his knife.
As you do this, Holly walks up next to you, Adolin, but she kind of is talking, or when she says this, she's going to be talking to both of you. She says, I tried communicating with them back when I was back when they took me into the temple. They didn't seem to understand me very well.
They seem to understand killing all right. Flant, are you done?
Flant kind of sighs. Oh, I don't think they're gonna let us by without a fight. He nods a little and he says, "Let's do this."
Eglin pulls out his knife, twirls it a bit, and how high are these conveyor belts?
They're about things about they're about 2 feet high. Because keep in mind, these things are pretty short themselves. So these conveyor belts kind of go up to these things
Just
is
difficult terrain,
like,
pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it would count as.
Okay. We hopping straight into initiative.
Well, I suppose that yeah.
I got 3.01. You rolled a natural one, buddy.
I was laughing at my failure.
Where's there it is.
Well then.
And then no, that. Click that. And then roll that one more. And then add the. Okay, so
Adlin's computer is rolling initiative for these guys.
yep, it's pretty impressive.
Lots of calculations, you know.
Yeah, precisely. And then and one more that, of course,
Jeez, Beepo.
I forgot. Yeah,
I know, right?
he's just ready to murder.
What does he have plus to initiative?
A lot.
Plus 35.
Exactly. No.
He rolled a
Negative 8.
-8, yeah.
And then there. Okay. Beepo's turn. Beepo, he moves up in front of you all. Let me.
Just
Okay.
jumps on the table and blows everyone up.
and he kind of looks at the two turned elves, and then he turns back to Aelin and he says, "Should Beeper attack?"
Hold the line in front of the others.
Beeper does not understand. Because Beeper wants to know if
Yes,
you want
attack.
Beeper to... you cut him off, and then he smiles a little bit, and okay. So he comes over to this one, and he gets up, and he tries to bite him. So, okay, that hits, and that, yeah. So it bites him, and he does a good bit of damage to his leg. And Adel, it's your
Oof.
turn.
See, 10, 15, 20.
Okay,
16
yeah,
hit.
that hits.
Alright.
And that's just enough damage to kill him.
One down.
So you take your knife and you run up to Beepo and you just slash him in the chest, right along with the other, or right along with the lashes that you see on him. And as you slice into him, he just falls onto the conveyor belt assembly line thing. And is that your turn?
That is.
Okay. Okay, that one's dead. It's Holly's turn. So Holly, she turns to you, Flant, and she says, Do you want me to? Do you think it would be wise if I were to go stabbing them?"
Flant says, I think you should save your strength for the big man, the one behind all this. Stay back with Arrayus, as Adolin told you earlier.
She glances to Arrayus, and then she glances to you, Flant, and then she looks over at this guy over here, and then you see her. She just runs over there. She just disregards what you said and just goes over there.
What's that?
Well,
30 or 20?
Can't say I didn't try.
Because she's crossing difficult terrain.
Oh, and difficult terrain takes...
Double.
That's
So
right.
the first move is
completely
10
forgot.
feet.
10, yeah. It'd be 10. And then she'd go here. Be
So that's 15, 25, 30.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
believe that's how it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I completely... Yes, thank you. Okay, and it's this one's turn. This one just runs over here to the new enemy it just found, and it's going to try to slice her. So let me check. Okay. And then
I really like these guys' music.
yeah, it's good. Very good. Okay, that hits. So you see this thing. This thing, it takes its sharp claws out and it slices her as she comes over. Because they're about the same height, it slices her right in the cheek. So there's this giant just slash. It's like 3 slashes in the side of her cheek. There's just a bit of blood on it too. And Flant, your turn.
Now it's time for what you've all been waiting for. Flantage. Flant runs over here, and he attempts to shove this cardboard box onto this boy.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm gonna shove the box full of whatever's onto the elf that's attacking the good elf. That. Do you hear me?
Did we lose him again?
Whoach.
What? Yeah. I can hear
Okay. I think our Sibo is having some technical difficulties again.
you. Yeah, he seems to be having a lot tonight.
Rep.
Yeah.
Secretly, this whole thing is a conspiracy to cause something.
Definitely.
Wouch.
Man, I need to buy more ammo for the gun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we survive this, we will be level 2.
Oh, we're gonna
Hopefully.
survive this.
All right, I have returned.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah. So, Flant, what did you say? We stopped at the part about the box. You just went up to it. Was all I heard.
Alright, with my flantage powers, run up to the box. Push it onto the elf boy.
Okay. Keep in mind this box isn't very big. It's like about a 2x2 box.
Like 2 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
For a 2 foot by less than 2 foot
Well, this
person?
aren't elves like usually 2 feet high or so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
just
need to
saying,
like
by
hurt him. I just need to
stand.
distract him from hurting this person.
Okay. I just want to roll me a strength check for amusement, and if you get a 1, you're gonna die.
Okay, what if I get a 2?
It's all right.
Doesn't matter, you
I'm
got
actually-
a 17.
So let me actually roll something for this guy. Okay. So here's what happens. You go over to the box and you put your hands on it. And it notices you doing that. It looks over. And it looks like it kind of almost readies itself, but you push it so hard with your flantage powers.
Anal flantage.
Nope, we're done. And you push the box onto him, and so it goes onto him, and it kind of goes off over there. And this guy he's fallen, like you've pushed the box on him and he fell down. So
Nice.
he's now fallen down.
I give Holly a quick thumbs up.
We'll give him chronic back pain.
Yes.
And
Do you
she
know
just
if
seems
getting
smiles
up
a little bit?
from prone incurs attacks of opportunity in this game? Like it
I
does in
believe
Pathfinder?
I believe it does with melee attacks. And Flant, as you push this, you push the box and it opens up as it falls onto him, and a little doll comes out of it. It's kind of a creepy looking doll.
They're making toys for the naughty kids this year.
But as it hits the ground, it kind of makes this like solid sort of noise. The doll does.
Oh wow.
Like as soon as the butt of the doll hits the ground, it makes a solid noise. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Arrayus, it's your turn.
Arrayus is... Forgot to pull it up. There it is. Telekinetic projectile on the guy on the ground, if I can see him, I guess.
Jesus, those are
Kind of have to
amazing
be able to
rules.
see him.
Yeah, you can see him.
He
Okay.
picks up the doll and
actually-
just bashes his head in.
I mean, this would be up, and it would be laying down. You could probably see a bit of his head, right there, because he'd be yeah, you'd be able to see a bit of his head sticking out, like on the ground.
So I could do that then?
What do you?
Just one of the things sticking off of the
Okay.
conveyor belt.
So yeah, and yeah, that hits. So yeah, you take a small little thing.
Natural 20 and natural 6. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah. It just looks like it's like you pick up amongst the pile like a little nail sort of thing, and you take and you hurl it at this thing, and it kind of it hits the top of his forehead, and it's not looking too good now. And is that the end of your turn?
He's gonna move next to Flant.
Okay. Beepo's turn. Beepo is going to run over here and start biting at this guy on the ground.
If this doesn't kill it, Adolin just gets the ship in, crushes through the wall, blasts the guy in the face.
That would be fantastic.
No, that's Sweet's job.
I don't think the ship could handle the building.
You don't know that.
Only
I don't know, but I can guess.
That is fair.
This thing, it yeah, just laying on the ground, Beepo bites into its neck and it dies.
It dies of chronic back pain.
It does. And with that, your combat is over.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. So, Adolin, I'm assuming you look around at, or anyone, you look around at the other people, the other creatures here. Like, do you look around?
Yes.
Yes.
Looking for anything else coming at me.
Yeah. So you look around and you see the three other Christmas elves, the turned Christmas elves, they're kind of like cowering behind their conveyor belt things in front of them, and the two Yetis are still. I mean, they've been watching a little bit now, but now that they see you, kind of looking at them, they start shoving more coal into these things.
Interesting.
I mean, you can sense the fear among them all just by looking at them.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't even go, like... It only took us one full round to take out two of them.
Aelin is going to point at this... wait, I'm on the ruler.
The dead one.
This one.
Hold on a minute. Which dead one? Which one?
In the back.
This one all the way back here. Okay.
Where's Kringle?
It slowly kind of moves itself over the conveyor belt, and it takes one of the things on the belt and it chucks it over at you as best as it can, but it lands like somewhere like over here. And then it starts cowering behind the belt again.
Plant says, "Yeah, I think the first place we would want to look is up those stairs."
Yeah. Adeline's just gonna start walking.
Adelin, did you really want to like intimidate an elf?
Why not?
And Flamp,
I mean-
before you leave Flant and Arrayus, because Adolin, you've already walked. So, Adolin, or not Adolin, Flant and Arrayus, you guys see Beepo sniffing at the box, and then he just slowly climbs in and just kind of sits there. Then he starts kind of pawing at the doll, and he says, Beepo thinks you should check this doll out.
Well, as very clearly, very clearly, as the one who is fit to be handling such mystic affairs, Arrayus should do it. But I will instead. And he hops onto the conveyor belt, hops off, and picks up the doll.
Okay. So as you pick it up, you kind of hear this like slight well, as you pick it up like by its chest, you can feel this hard rectangular thing inside of it.
Is there like anything I can see that would let me open it up?
Roll an investigation.
Oh wait. Is there investigation?
Is there?
I think there's only perception.
Hold on.
Yeah, there is only perception. Yeah, it would just be that. Okay. Yeah, you see nothing that you can actually open the doll up with, but you feel around, and as you look around, you can see this slight red dot on the inside, like right where its heart is, or its heart would be, I suppose. You can see this slight red dot kind of just beeping, just showing on and off like every second.
Y'all reckon we should, like, I don't know, this thing looks like it might be a bomb. A doll bomb.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
what the
hear
hell?
that?
You hold on a minute. Over the sounds of everything else happening in here, like the shoveling of the coal and the burning of it, and just the rattling of things on the conveyor belt, and the slight mumbling of the Christmas elves, you wouldn't have heard that. Just Arrayus and
Okay.
Bebo.
Bebo, tear it open.
He just he just looks at you. And he's just staring at you. He's like, "Well, if it's a bomb, why the fuck would I want to open it? You open it."
Well, fine. Maybe I will. It's a doll. That I'm very flanty. Let's see. What do I have on me? I just shoot its head off. Well, I do need an excuse to use up my ammo. I take out my laser pistol and I shoot it in the face 3 times.
Okay.
You're just gonna blow your. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. You know those those homemade bombs that you make, Adolin? What are the stats on those? Like, what are the dice that you roll?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, you
Just
said
curious.
you said the bomb was like only in the torso, right? Or did I just mishear that?
Okay, just checking for that. No, it's in the chest. You heard that right. So
Okay.
you shoot
I-
the
I'm
you
shooting
shoot
it in the face.
yeah, you shoot the head off. Its head like is just completely like cotton and stuff now, and then
It's a 1d6.
you look inside. Okay, so yeah, you look inside, and you see there's this like little rectangular like black box with like a red the red light showing on and off. Like it's
I-
just beeping on and off.
I have it set for DC 14 for half, but I don't know if that can go up or down with stats. I don't remember seeing that.
Okay. But yeah, that's what you see, Plant.
Okay, I try and look inside, see if I can see any wires or anything inside of that. Perception?
Well, when you look in, you all you see in there is just this, because it's not a very
So he
big.
successfully
You just took the
blasted
HUD
the
off
little
there.
thing open.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you look
Okay.
inside this thing. It's not very big at all now. Maybe, like, I mean, it was really tiny to begin with, but now it's just the body. It's just super tiny. But you see this, yeah, the black box in there, just with the red. That's all you see. That's all that's in there.
I slowly, carefully try to remove the box.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand.
Roll the 1 and just rip it out. It hits the ceiling and blows the whole place up.
Everyone dies. Okay, so yeah, you take and you are able to pull the box out without it doing anything bad. You basically pull it out, and yeah, nothing bad happens with it. Okay, Flant, we're done.
Yeah.
But
You got a grenade.
yeah, it's like a little black box. It could just fit in your hand.
I hold
Totally
it.
in your hand.
I look at Arias and I say, "Do you know what this might be?"
Would I make a check to see if I do?
It would be it would be. Hold on a minute. It would be an engineering check.
Don't have any ranks in that. Can I
And
still roll it?
you're not trained in it, so you'd
Yeah.
really have no idea what you were talking about. So
So
you
no, I don't have any idea what that thing is.
All right. I say, "Well, I guess I'll give it to Adolin. See what he thinks of it." And with that, I kick the doll a little because it's creepy, and then I use my flantage powers. Yeah. Whoosh.
I guess I should say when you saw the doll, it had like X like eyes. They were like X's that were like stitched in. And it was kind of like X's as like a creepy smiling mouth thing.
Yeah. Before I go though, I quickly reload my gun with one of my batteries.
Okay.
So now I have 4.
Beepo walks up over here because everything's done there.
Yeah.
Also,
I
you guys
go.
see 3 other boxes overall on the conveyor belt. They're actually exactly the same as the other box as the first box that Flant pushed.
Do you hand that box to me?
Oh yeah. I walk up to you and I say, "Hey, Adolin, we found this. We found this in that doll that fell. Timothy's voice sounds a lot like Adolin's now."
You're not that manly.
Yeah.
That means I'm doing a decent job
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey!
with my
Ti-
voice acting, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Timothy says, we found this box and that doll that popped out of the box. The other box. This box was in a doll which was in the box. Reminds me of an old movie. Anyways, you You know what this might be? And I hold it up for him to see.
Aelin takes it, examines it a bit, tries to figure out exactly what it is.
Wait, hold on a minute. An old movie. What are you referencing to?
Boxception.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll a culture check on that one.
I come from Earth.
Yeah. But anyway, Adolin, are you proficient in engineering?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you don't have to roll for that. You can obviously tell because you've made homemade grenades before. You can tell it's an explosive.
You said this was in the teddy bear.
Well, not a bear. Teddy creep thing. But yes, whatever that thing is, it was inside of the doll.
Aelin points to the box down there. You mind grabbing the thing out of that box?
Can do, Captain.
And he
And
he carefully puts this in this thing in his bag.
Alright, here's a good idea. I'll just kick it down.
And then he goes over there and pulls the bear out of this one.
Yeah. I open the box and look inside.
Da, 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 da.
If there are bears
okay.
in there.
Yeah, you guys, you both open them up, and you guys see the exact
Boom.
same creepy dolls as before.
Aelin.
I pick up the doll and go back over here.
Aelin picks up the doll.
Someone drew a death X on the doll.
When yeah, Adolin, when you get close to this one, it kind of makes its way over to the edge, over to the wall. But it's like eyeing you guys.
Aelin
Oh, come on, guys, we don't bite.
The teddy bear, cuts it open with his knife, removes the box, and puts the bear back in the box. Back in the bigger box.
Okay.
Hey, Flan, you want to try using my knife this time? Aureus offers Flan his knife.
Actually, yeah. Thanks, partner.
Are
And
these just
Flint-
frag grenades?
Or what?
Are these just frag grenades?
Yeah, they would be the same stats as Adolin's frag grenade. Like everything would be the
Flint.
same.
Flan takes Aureus' knife, nods at him, and cuts off the doll's head.
Jeez. All right. Yeah, you find another bomb in there, another grenade.
This time, instead of taking the risk of extracting it wrong, I just cut open the stomach and then take the bomb out from the now gaping hole in the doll.
All right. Better word choice next time. But anyway.
The gaping hole filled with something black.
Anyway, you cut the head off and you take the box.
Do you hand Aelin the grenade or keep it?
I look at Adel and I say, "You reckon I should hang on to this one?"
You know how to use grenades?
I reckon I do.
Works just about the same. And Aelin puts the second black box in his pack.
Beepo walks over to you, Flant, and says, Beepo knows how to use grenades too.
Well, first off, they're both dead now.
Yes, thank you.
How the hell can you use grenades, Beepo?
Beepo has learned a lot of things in his travels. Just don't question the mighty Beepo.
Actually, I agree with Adel. Didn't you used to work at, the Playboy ship?
Oh yes, Beepo was a bartender there.
How in the hell did you learn to use a grenade as a bartender? Damn it, he sounds too much like Adolin.
Well,
Who,
it was.
Flant?
Yeah, Flant does.
Yeah, Aeglin and I have regressed him to farm boy.
Well, I didn't learn it there. Stupid. I learned. My mother taught me how to throw a grenade.
I have even more. You know
I'm
what?
just gonna move on.
I agree with Adolin again.
Well, I have many stories to tell if you'll actually sit and listen to them.
I refuse.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Moving forward, does
Yeah.
anything try to attack us?
This one right here, it looks at the boxes and it kind of gives you this mean look after it, looks at the boxes and you've destroyed its creations.
Yep.
I just kind of shrug at it.
Aeglin pulls out one of the black boxes. Thank you kindly for the presents.
It just goes.
And Aeglin just walks towards the steps.
Okay,
That was a little condescending, Adolin.
here I'll move you guys. So you guys are probably like, okay.
Secretly, we're not gonna fight Santa. We're just gonna fight the Yetis.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute. These these things
Secretly, Santa is the Yeti.
exactly. Secretly, Beepo Santa. You have to kill Beepo. But anyway.
You mean Aeglin gets his bed back?
Yep. That's the main reward here. Adolin gets his bed back. So as you guys like cross over that, you start walking over here. The Yetis kind of stop what they're doing, and they stop shuffling the coal with their giant claws, and they kind of move up here and they just stare at you guys. Like they have like bright red eyes too. They're just staring at you.
You gonna try to stop us going up there?
And it just goes, it just growls at you. And this one does, and it inches a little closer, and this one does the same.
Well, guys, looks like this'll be fun.
Yep.
Timothy, not Thomas. Timothy the tank engine. Pulls out.
Timothy the tank engine.
Yeah, he pulls out his frag grenade and his gun, and he looks at them. Let's kill us a Yeti.
Don't use that thing here.
What thing?
The frag grenade.
You reckon I should use the box instead?
Neither.
Hold
and
on
then
a minute. So, okay. We'll give it
He
try.
does a handstand.
Yes. No, so that that one, as you guys are talking over there with the grenade, it goes over to the two doors and it pushes them open, revealing a completely dark room.
I
And then
put the grenade
it
back in my
kind of-
pocket.
It walks back over here, and then it walks back like down here, and then this one kind of walks over here, and then they both kind of motion them to go in. Motion you all to go in.
well, that was
Works
kind
for
of
me.
you. Aeglin reaches in his pack and pulls out a flashlight.
Okay.
I give.
What's the flashlight? How far can you see with that?
Here, let me just do this.
Put it
20-foot cone.
Oh, cool. So I think I can put that on your character in here.
Well, you can put a radius around me, but I don't know if you can put a cone.
Here, I'll just do a. Well, okay, we'll do this. So. Just 1 second.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. And that's good. Okay. So you guys walk in.
I guess it'd be that.
So wait, yeah, you guys walk in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys walk in, the
As
two
those guys walk in,
the two Yetis. Yes, if you can't see Beepo, it just means he's behind you. As you guys walk in, the Yetis stand there, like right behind the stairs, like literally right behind the stairs. Yes, Beepo is right here. It's you're in about it's a 20-foot long room, 10 feet down. So like, well, actually, it'd be 10 feet, and then by 20. And there's another door in front of you. It's like the old-fashioned door that you guys saw outside, except it's wooden and not metal.
Is Aegelin able to open this one?
Yes, so you go down and you open it, and so you do so. Bright light. Here, I'll move you guys. You guys move up when you open the door?
Do all of us or just Aegelin?
I guess I'm asking whoever wants to move.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, we can only see like those 4 squares with that flant radius. Oh, there we go.
Hooray! We can see everything.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you guys walk in, and
Sandy fonts.
suddenly, when you guys walk in, the lights, the industrial lights above you, they all turn on at the same time. And you see a ton of, they're like, they're actually machines none of you have ever seen before, with each one is tended by a turned Christmas elf. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see 8 Yetis, kind of all around like this one, this one, this one, and this one. They are all holding these giant whips in both of their claws, and they look like they've been lashed too. And the Christmas goblins, like over here, they look like they've been lashed, but these ones, they're holding those 4. They're holding like 2 giant whips, and you can see them just periodically like whipping the turned Christmas elves. In the middle, you see 4. Oh yeah, there's that. You see 4 Yetis that look like normal, like strong Yetis. They don't look like they've been hurt. Along with 4 turned Christmas elves who look like they've been they haven't been touched. And in the middle, you see you You all recognize that as the Kris Kringle from the pictures. You recognize from the clothes that he wears and the beard that he has. Just one difference is he has his glowing red eyes too, and he just looks. He looks. What's the word? He just. Yeah, we'll go with that. He just looks
Chaotic mean.
evil. He's just got this. When you look at him and you look at him for too long, you just get kind of this uncomfortable feeling. So when you walk in, you hear some. You see this guy. He starts moving a little, and he motions this guy right here to go about right here. This guy. He moves about right here, and he looks at you all, and he says, "Ho ho ho."
You can't even keep a straight face with this one, can you?
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he looks at you all, and he's got a gun of his own. Keep in mind, he's got. Let me look here.
When Aelin sees all this, he puts his knife away and pulls out the gun.
Okay. Anyway, he's got a gun that's giant in size, similar to you. Adolin. But where's the? There it is. Anyway, yeah, he walks up to you guys. He says, "Ho ho ho! You know, this place does have multiple cameras, and I have been watching you this whole time. And I must say, I am quite impressed with the way that you were able to break into this place.
Front door was pretty tough.
Your time for sneaking around here and trying to kill me is over."
I wouldn't say we were sneaking very much. We did a whole lot of shooting.
Flant steps up and he says, "Enough is enough, Claus. I came here to do the one thing I've wanted to do all my life."
Wanted to kill Santa your whole life?
and that's to meet Santa Claus. And I've learned the truth. We came here not for a bounty. We came here to dish out justice onto you.
No,
And I don't
pretty
care
sure
what
for a
our
bounty.
captain says, you're not getting out of here alive this time.
He smiles a little bit, and as he looks at you, Flant, and he says, "Oh, you've wanted to meet me your whole life, Timothy Flant. Let's see. I know you. I remember you." And he pulls out this list from his pocket, and he like goes down a little bit, and he says, "Ah, yes, Timothy Flant. You know, you've been quite the bad fucking boy." As he raises his voice.
Don't try to intimidate me. Don't play your mind games. And I... That would be great if Reyes just said that.
It's gonna be like that one, I don't remember which one, the Christmas episode of Futurama where robot Santa's trying to kill them, and he sees Zoidberg. He's like, "Oh, Zoidberg, you've been a good boy. Here's a pogo stick."
I would imagine that's actually what he does with Reyes. That would be amazing.
That would be great. So,
Aelin's gonna take a step up and grab one of those black boxes out of his pack.
He he doesn't really notice that, Adolin, that he's still looking at Flant, and he says, "You came here to meet me, right?"
And now I have, haven't I?
Yes. I've got a good fucking present for you. Because you're on the naughty list.
I think if anyone's on the naughty list, it's you.
He chuckles. He goes, huh. You're funny. You're very funny. Of course, that humor won't save you from the wrath of the naughty list, you bad child. He snaps his fingers. Suddenly, these ones over here, they come to about right here, and these guys.
This would be a good time for Adolin to suddenly get back.
Yeah. These guys come over here, and then you see behind you, the two Yetis from back there. They block the doorway to that way. And Santa walks closer, and he says, "Well, I've got the perfect present for a naughty little boy like yourself, Timothy Lamb."
That's kinky.
And Santa kills you.
Perfection.
Perfection.
Rocks fall, you die.
Yep.
He just put... he smites kinky thoughts.
I think you're thinking of Vic there.
Yeah, Vic shows up, smites kinky thoughts.
Yeah. But leaves before taking care of the actual evil.
Yeah.
White chaos.
Yeah. Conveniently forgot to give it back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So basically, yeah, this happened. So, Chris Kringle's been talking about how Timothy Flant's on the naughty list and how he's going to get a present for it. A certain kind of present. And then he snapped his fingers, and then these in front of you, they started walking up towards you. And then the two Yetis from behind you completely blocked the door.
Okay. So, we rolling initiative yet?
Not yet. So far, these things are just kind of standing there staring at you all. And Chris Kringle, he stares at Plant. He says, "You know, you and your brother have caused a lot of trouble back on Earth, and even where you guys are now. So you both deserve to be on the naughty list. In fact, you both deserve to be on the naughty list." And he pulls out another piece of paper and he starts writing down things. And then he puts it away and he says, "It's official. You're both on the naughty list. And those, the very bad kids on the naughty list, well, you'll find out what happens to them." And he chuckles a little bit.
Timothy glares at Santa Claus. Don't
So,
talk about my brother like that.
so your brother, the one who's stolen multiple times. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's quite a naughty thing to do. That kind of offense gets you on the naughty list.
Don't talk about my brother like that.
Well, I'll talk about your brother all I want. After all, I'm Chris fucking Kringle. Do you understand me?
And I'm Timothy fucking Flant. And he takes a shot at Santa.
Oh god.
Alright.
Alright.
You take a shot at... Aelin is gonna toss a black box.
Here we go. You don't mess with the Flant.
And Adolin, you hear behind you
Shit.
beep out. You just hear from behind you, Beepo just sighs and goes, God damn it. Okay, yeah, Flant, you completely miss. And Adolin, what did you say? You were doing?
Grenade.
Okay. You do this after Flant misses, keep in mind. Right? You do this after he misses?
Pretty
Or
much.
you do it?
Right
Okay.
after he shoots.
So you see him miss, and you see Chris Kringle looks very displeased by what just happened. And you can see him start to motion these guys closer to you all. So they start to walk closer, and
So
you said you were gonna
they immediately move after I don't have a chance to throw my box.
They immediately move, yes.
Joy.
And this one right here, it looks at the box you're holding, and it kind of puts its giant claw out in front of it, and he walks up with him, and Chris Kringle, looking at you all this time, says, you will all come with me. I have a little surprise for you all in my prisons. That's where all the naughty children go. And
You
after
know,
all, you
all
have
this
all been...
talk about the naughty children. I got a naughty present for you.
Everyone's just so sick of his shit.
Right there.
Okay. All right. Reflex save DC for half. Okay. So that would be... Jesus, that's all of them. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Some of them get the plus. Oh! 2, 3. And then...
Good job, Rennie.
10. Okay. Only one of them takes half.
This guy who
That
raised his
one.
arm.
No, that would be this one. This one only takes half. So that was 3 damage.
To everything.
And this one, oh, does it become
1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let me put all that in.
Time for all of the explosions.
And now Santa looks extremely displeased. And he says, he screams, he says, hey, hey, we made those for specifically, yeah, okay, let me start over. He says, hey, we made those specifically to use on the naughty children, like yourselves.
And I
Get
see
'em.
a bunch of them right in front of me. As Aeglin gets ready
He
to pull out
snaps.
another one.
He snaps and says, get him, and yeah, so this happens. These two right here, they go up to Flant and Adolin, and they attempt to grab you. Like, grapple you, grab you. And these two go up to Arias and Holly, and they... are you resisting, Adolin? Because I can tell Flant is.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it straight strength?
Yeah. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, so they both grab you.
Oof.
So, yeah. And Arias, you see these two turned elves walk over to you, and they don't try to grab you. They just kind of motion for you to just come with them. What do you do?
Take out the knife that you definitely still have.
He's gonna have to follow.
So so you let him, like, you follow him. Don't try to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. And Holly looks at everything that's happening and then looks at you, Arias, kind of giving in. She puts her head down and gives in herself, and they both grab you and they kind of move to the back of you. So now they're holding your arms back. And Flant and Adolin, these things are basically like bear hugging you right now.
It's the first time Flant's ever been hugged.
And this one comes over here and does the same thing. And Beepo kind of mutters a few cuss words under his breath, but he ends up taking Beepo. He basically just tries to like hugs Beepo, kind of like you guys are, and the whole thing just looks really uncomfortable for
That
everybody.
was the first time Beepo had ever been hugged,
Yeah.
even though he's a pet.
And Santa, he walks up here and he takes his finger and he kind of motions for Holly to move her head up, and she does very slowly. And he says, I thought the unturned elves would have done a better job at killing everybody in your village, but I can see that they didn't get everybody. Or I can see that they didn't get every single elf. You, especially, are not wanted here. And, in response, well, and then, okay, sorry. He then adds, you know, it's too bad you wouldn't fall as easily as your parents. And at that, she lashes out verbally to him. She basically says a bunch of obscenities and cuss words that I don't really feel like saying right now.
You gaying heck.
There. And
I think incoherent screaming would work.
Hey,
actually, we'll just play this in
Okay.
we'll just so this is so okay, so
Heck, frick, dang, shoot, no.
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So okay. It's Roll20 still loading. I wanted to reload the page. So anyway, so yes, while as she starts to say a bunch of obscenities and cuss words, things not appropriate for Twitch, you guys will listen to this instead. That's the filter for Twitch. Okay. So, yeah, she says all that stuff. You guys hear it very clearly. It's a bunch of bad and kind of unsettling things. In response to that, Santa he just says, "Fine, be that way," and just slaps her, just right across the face.
Adolin instantly delets him.
Yeah, Adolin is
Adolin turns into the
struggling
Hulk.
very, very hard against this Yeti right now.
Yeti just hugs you even more. But that'll actually be okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah, he just slaps this 15-year-old girl. And then he looks at the rest of you and he says, "Do any of you naughty children have anything to say?"
Flant opens his mouth for a second, but then decides he would rather not be crushed to death by a Yeti.
And slapped
Adolin
by Santa.
spits on the floor and says, "Screw you, Kringle."
Well, actually, it's Wilhelm scream, you, Kringle.
He just he looks at the spit on the floor, and then he looks at you, Adolin, and he goes, you know, I'm gonna have to get someone to clean that up. Anyway, I think your punishment will suffice enough for.
Did we lose him again?
Hope not.
You know, I'll just, in the meantime, I'll just... Oop. That's Lashunta's spit. It's neon blue.
I'm thinking the prisons are where we should end for the night and then finish this up next
hey.
session. Especially with how many tech difficulties he's having.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
back.
No.
All right. Cool.
I mean, as
Okay.
long as Flant can't hear you, we should just continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go into this jail cell type room. Like they go into this room, and you see multiple other rooms you assume to be jail cells, and they proceed to take all your stuff, and they put it into these storage compartments, like across.
Not erase
from,
his knife.
Across from you guys. Yeah, they take all your weapons and your armor, and then
Oh no, not my second skin.
they all leave. But you see, still remaining there are 2 Yetis guarding the doors, and there's one turned Christmas elf guarding the the control center for the whole prison thing. And Arias, in your room, you find quite the disturbing sight.
Well then.
There's
There's a corpse.
on your bed, yes. It appears to be of an older woman. There's dried blood all over the sheets, and she looks like she's kind of rotted. The smell is terrible.
I have a great idea.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do.
His
Yeah,
idea is to leave.
he just leaves. I left. Yes. Didn't mean to. But anyway, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Grave words. Because that's what you do with any corpse.
Yeah. Anyone would do that.
Yep.
grave words?
That's the one where I touch the corpse and there's a 10%
Yeah.
chance that it spouts useful information.
Corpse. Okay, so yeah, you choose the range of. Yeah, you choose the range of like the range of 10 numbers, and that'll be the percentage that if you get that, then you'll get the useful information. This is out
Let's
of a
go
100.
45 to 54. Aww.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So it just spouts useless information.
yes, all right. So you hear you basically hear in an old feminine voice. You hear no, don't do that. What have you done? No, please. And that's it. I just kind of ramble on a little bit like that.
Aelin is
But
throwing
when
a
you do,
fit.
Arrayus, when you do go over to do grave words on it, you do notice on it there's like a torn red and green sweater that she's wearing. You do notice that there's a little patch in the like the top of it. It says on it says Mrs. Claus.
Oh. Well then.
Well, that's unfortunate.
There there are walls too. So
Wow, wait.
Arrayus,
Walls in a
you're
prison.
the only one that knows of this dead body, and Flant, you're sharing a room with Beepo. And yeah, if you guys want to, this would be a good stopping point, actually.
Yeah.
So currently,
In
there are
jail.
like chests over here. That's where your stuff is. You
Over.
guys.
God damn it.
Oh, those. Okay.
It's a kobold camp all over again.
We don't have a handy dandy Yik to help us.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we might.
You yeah. Basically, in each room you get there's one single bed and then there's a toilet. Like this one. Yes, thank you. It's our stuff. And yeah,
Part 2 of A
Of the
Wonderful,
Christmas
Wonderful World Christmas is over.
yes. We're gonna end it on a high note with Mariah Carey. And all I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, boy.
So you yeah. So yeah, Adolin, if you ever tried, you'd know that you're stuck in there. But yeah, you guys have been imprisoned. All your weapons and armor have been taken away.
Alright.
And just before we end, you guys in each of your rooms, you hear this over like an intercom. You hear Kris Kringle's voice. He says, "See, this is the punishment for naughty, naughty children. And naughty children will work for Saint Nicholas until they die." Then he laughs and it ends. And yeah, that's where we're gonna end it.
Yep. Very fun.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can Timothy get in one last line?
Yes.
Well, ain't that a load of... And then it cuts it off there. That's the end of the whole game.
Ain't that a load
Yep.
of?
Yep.
Oh, all right, he left. He's back
Happy
now.
New Year, y'all gay.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess over the Discord we can talk about if we are moving the day or when. Next
Yeah.
Friday, I am not going to be able to play.
Yeah, we'll figure a new date out, one that'll work
Yeah.
for everybody. And yeah, what'd you guys think of that?
Christmas, man.
Yeah.
I can see Christmas is not the same thing to you as it is for many people.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys, things accomplished this session. You guys just
I
you
ran
guys
over some
shot down.
reindeer.
Yeah, you guys shot down a door. You guys crushed Santa's reindeer. Uh, you
We
guys,
stopped one of them from dying.
The only important one, you know.
yeah, exactly.
The only one that matters.
You found a bunch of bombs and dolls, and then you ended up getting yourselves imprisoned and enslaved by Chris Kringle.
I sure am glad I'm a magic user.
Yeah, get ready to do some work for Santa. Slave work for Santa Claus.
Joy.
That's what we're calling this. This is the title of this Christmas quest. Slave work for Santa Claus. Yeah.
Work for the Easter Bunny.
Yeah. But yeah. I'll see you guys. Well, Arias, I'll see you tomorrow, and Adolin, I'll see you Sunday.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Adios.
See ya.
And that is the stream for tonight. The next couple of weeks may be a little bit different than before we took a break from the holidays. Some changes for some of our DMs in their daily lives, so we may be swapping the days that we play, so the streams may be moved around a bit until we actually settle again. So, thanks again for watching. Have a good night.